Greetings and welcome back. Rush Limbaugh, the Excellence in Broadcasting Network. Who does Obama think paid the taxes for the roads and the bridges and the stoplights? Who paid for this? Who paid for it? People that don't have anything? People who pay taxes paid for all this stuff. Folks, it's a shame that we have to sit here and react to this kind of sophistry and explain to people how this country was built and who did it and why it happened and how it happened. Because we live in a period of time where the president of the United States is trying to rewrite the history of this country and explain he wants you to believe that socialists built this country. He wants you to believe that the people who built this country got trod on, stepped on, never got a dime for what they did. Everybody else stole their work and stole their businesses, and everybody that became rich is basically a thief. And the reason he's doing it is numbers. There are millions more people who aren't rich than there are people who are. So you can fire up those people that are non-rich. If you're an average liberal, you're sitting out there knowing that your life doesn't matter. If you're an average liberal, you're looking in desperate, vain search for meaning in your life because you know you don't have any. And everybody wants their lives to matter. Why are liberals so susceptible to running around buying cheap little cars they think will save the planet? Because liberals come to them and say, you know what, you've destroyed the planet, but you can redeem yourself. You can save the planet. Well, if you're sitting around there and you want your life to matter and it doesn't, and somebody comes along and tells you you can save the planet, all you got to do is drive a Prius, well, there you are in the showroom in 5 minutes trying to make a deal. Because you want to, everybody wants to matter. So here come Obama, here comes Elizabeth Warren, and they're trying to tell you, you know, all you people sitting around in your underwear watching television all day, you actually made this happen. You made it happen. You're the ones that built this country. You're getting the shaft. The people that are getting rich here stole it all from you. They stole the work you did. They stole the businesses that should be yours. And it's depressing to realize that there are a bunch of people out going, yeah, when they hear this. I understand people wanting their lives to matter. Everybody does. Everybody wants their life to have meaning. Everybody's in search for the meaning of life in general and the meaning of their life in particular. So here come these demagogues. And we now find ourselves right in the middle of history revision. Normally, history revision takes place somewhat after specific events have taken place. And I guess that's happening now. The building of this country certainly isn't happening now. It's being torn down. Economists say that the sales and profit gains of early this year are disappearing, and they're increasingly pessimistic about short-term growth. They're also gloomy because of the potential impact in the United States from Europe's financial crisis. They're gloomy over the possible expiration of the Bush tax rates in December, the prospects of major cuts in federal spending. Look, nobody who counts for anything is upset over possible cuts in government spending. The people who count for something, the people that matter, realize that has to happen. You know what's always disturbed me about liberals? Yeah, there are class differences. But I meant it last hour when I said before Karl Marx, nobody ever associated class differences with economic progress or not. These thoughts that everybody has now, class envy, warfare, none of that existed before Karl Marx came along. The left glommed onto it, and now they trying to convince everybody in the lower classes that they're the ones that actually made all of this happen. And by the way, this is not a criticism of people in the different classes. I don't look at people this way at all. That's my whole point. These are the people that do, and they force it on us. And they sit here and they make up these stories about all of this. So they describe and they campaign on the basis that life is unfair and the rich are not genuine. They're not legitimate. And not just the rich, nobody who achieved anything other than Obama, of course, and the Kennedys, none of them are legitimate. Okay, let's concede, just for the sake of argument, that we have this class-based society. Why aren't the Democrats trying to raise everybody up? You notice they try to get to their precious utopian equality by chopping everybody down. They want everybody lowered to some mythical economic level where everybody is mythically, magically, supposedly equal. There's a story at Newsbusters. Sigourney Weaver, who's obviously brainless, gave an interview to David Gregory, and she's just mouthing a bunch of crap that she's probably heard her whole life. Oh, yeah, everybody knows the Democrats are the party that want to help people, and the Republicans, all they want to do is help business. If it weren't for Wall Street and big business, Barack Obama would not be president of the United States. If anybody had big business in his back pocket, in his front pocket, and who knows whatever other pocket, it was Barack Obama. But here we come with these stereotypes, and here's a poor Sigourney Weaver. She doesn't know any better. Yeah, the Republicans are for big business. The fact of the matter is, you pick any conservative anywhere, and you talk to them about people, and you know what you're going to hear? You're going to hear a desire that everybody elevate, that everybody get better. You're going to hear conservatives talk about ways that everybody's lifestyle can expand, everybody's quality of life can improve. You're going to hear optimism. You're going to hear hopefulness. You're going to hear policies and strategies to make that happen. Any conservative, any genuine conservative you talk to is going to look at somebody and look at their potential and want to see potential, growth potential. It is Democrats, it's the left who have contempt for people, who have no faith in people. It's the Democrat Party who doesn't think people have the ability to succeed on their own. Miss Weaver, well, she's not alone. These people are just ignorant. They've been raised to believe this stuff, just like Obama has. They buy into all of these stereotypes. They're brain dead. They're not even thinking. They're just regurgitating. But the facts on the ground are just the exact opposite. It's a Democrat Party that keeps people down. It's a Democrat Party that breaks up their families. It's the Democrat Party that has no faith in people to get by on their own. It's the Democrat Party, the American left, that writes policy and program after program designed on the assumptions that people are incapable and incompetent. That's the basis for liberal policy. Not freedom, not equality. Liberalism, Democrat Party, is oriented around the fact that people cannot succeed on their own and will not succeed on their own. Conservatism, on the other hand, is oriented around the belief that everybody can be great. And the more people trying it, the better off everybody is.